You ever wonder how some folks in their 70s are still taking long morning walks, climbing stairs without holding onto the rails, while others, barely into their 60s, struggle just to get out of bed without wobbling? It's not just luck. And no, it's not all in the genes either. See, the truth is, something small is silently happening inside your body each morning, especially after age 50. When you open your eyes and stretch those legs out of bed, your muscles are already beginning to break down, particularly in your lower limbs. You don't feel it at first. No warning signs, no red lights. But over time, you start noticing that your legs feel heavier, your balance isn't quite what it used to be, and even getting down a short flight of stairs requires effort. But here's the thing, the body is quietly asking for help, and the good news is, you can help it. Not with complicated routines, expensive supplements, or hitting the gym 5 times a week, just by choosing the right breakfast. What you put on your plate in the first 2 hours of your day sets the tone for how steady your legs will feel, how strong your step will be, and how confidently you'll move through the day. That's not hype, it's science. So if you're looking for a simple, evidence-backed way to keep your legs strong, your balance sharp, and your body aging gracefully, stay with me. Because today on Calm Voice Wellness, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful, easy-to-make morning foods that can quite literally change the way you move through life. And somewhere in the next few minutes, you may realize, this is the best thing you've heard all week. Let's start with the most humble yet powerful breakfast food you've probably overlooked, the whole boiled egg. That's right, not just the whites, but the entire egg. Now, I know some folks are still nervous about cholesterol. You might be thinking, aren't yolks bad for your heart? But research in the last decade has flipped that old thinking on its head. For healthy adults, eating 1 to 2 whole eggs a day does not harm your heart. In fact, it supports your muscles, your brain, and even your waistline. Here's why the egg is a quiet superhero. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, the exact kind your muscles require to stay firm, reactive, and responsive. One amino acid in particular, leucine, is key. Think of leucine like a personal trainer for your muscles, showing up every morning ready to kickstart the rebuilding process. And after a full night of fasting while you sleep, your body is in what scientists call a catabolic state, meaning it's beginning to break down muscle for energy. Especially for people over 60, this is when the loss really starts to accelerate. But when you eat a whole egg shortly after waking up, you're telling your body, hold up, we've got building material, we're not breaking down today. What's more, most of that powerful leucine lives in the yolk, along with vitamin D, B12, and choline. And those 3 are critical. They help your brain send clear, fast signals to your legs. That's reaction time. That's balance. That's the difference between catching yourself and falling. There was a study out of the University of Birmingham where seniors were given whole eggs every day for just 3 months. What happened? Their leg strength improved by 10%, but it wasn't just about the strength. They also had better control standing from a chair, going upstairs, and even walking on uneven ground. Now, making a perfect boiled egg is simple. Just place the eggs in cold water, bring to a gentle boil, and cook for about 9 minutes. Transfer to an ice bath. Done. But here's a little tip from my own kitchen. Add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to the water. Not only does it make peeling easier, it also helps support digestion. A little bonus for older guts that don't always work as efficiently. To make your breakfast even more supportive for your legs and balance, pair your boiled egg with a few slices of avocado, which is rich in healthy fats that boost choline absorption. Or, if you like a little crunch, toss in some cucumber slices on the side. It's not a flashy meal, but it's a muscle saver, a nerve protector, and when done consistently, it lays the foundation for strength you can feel. And this is exactly where I want to pause and say something important. If you're nodding along, if this kind of practical, science-backed guidance is something you want more of in your life, I'd be honored if you'd tap that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Here at Calm Voice Wellness, we're all about gentle solutions with big impact. Just imagine what one small shift in your morning can do. not just for today, but for the decades ahead. Now, while eggs build your muscle base, the next food works like your daily repair crew, quietly rebuilding tissue, reducing fatigue, and keeping your energy smooth all morning long. And that combo is oats and chia seeds. Amaranth seeds may not be as famous as quinoa or oats, but don't let that fool you. These tiny protein-rich seeds are a powerhouse of disease-fighting nutrients. Inside each spoonful lies a rich blend of polyphenols, compounds that actively protect your DNA from oxidative stress. This type of cellular stress, often caused by toxins and poor diet, is one of the key culprits behind the mutations that lead to cancer. But what truly sets amaranth apart is a rare and precious compound called squalene. Squalene is a natural antioxidant shown to help slow the development of certain cancers, particularly breast and skin cancers, by interfering with tumor cell replication. Think of it as sending the wrong instructions to the cancer factory. Cells just can't replicate the same way, and growth slows or even stops. And it doesn't stop there. Amaranth also delivers plant-based protein, crucial for rebuilding damaged tissue and maintaining a strong immune system. It's a great source of iron, magnesium, and calcium, minerals essential not only for bone health, but also for keeping your nervous system balanced and your energy steady throughout the day. With its high fiber content, amaranth also keeps digestion moving smoothly, which is critical when it comes to eliminating toxins and reducing cancer risk in the colon. Experts suggest eating around half a cup of cooked amaranth per day. It can be stirred into soups, toasted for a crunchy topping, or even popped like miniature popcorn for a fun, healthy snack. Next, we reach into the colorful section of your grocery cart. Red fruits. Think strawberries, cherries, raspberries, blueberries, the vibrant fruits you love on a summer day. But they're more than just nature's candy. These fruits are loaded with anthocyanins, natural pigments that not only give them their beautiful red and purple hues, but also provide powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Inside these little fruits, you'll also find ellagic acid, a compound shown in research to block the replication of cancer cells and even prevent tumors from forming new blood vessels. That means they can literally starve a tumor before it takes hold. And the benefits go deeper. These fruits are also rich in quercetin, a flavonoid known to support cellular defense mechanisms and reduce the risk of cancers like colon, breast, and prostate. The fiber in red fruits is another unsung hero. It supports gut health, promotes regular bowel movements, and ensures that your digestive system is doing its job to eliminate waste and toxins. That's a big deal when it comes to preventing colon cancer, where slow transit times and toxic buildup are key risk factors. To get the full spectrum of benefits, aim for 1 cup of fresh red fruits daily. Eat them whole. Don't rely on juices, which strip away the fiber and concentrate sugars. Enjoy them as a snack. Mix them into oatmeal, toss them into a smoothie, or use them to top off your favorite healthy dessert. However you serve them, red fruits are a delicious, natural way to arm your body against inflammation and oxidative stress. And then there's the humble onion. You may think of it as just the base for soups or the extra crunch in your burger, but onions are loaded with compounds that act like tiny shields for your cells. Quercetin makes another appearance here, offering serious anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer effects. This flavonoid is particularly effective in blocking the growth of cancer cells in the stomach, colon, and prostate. Onions work by disrupting the cellular processes that allow cancer to take root and spread. They help neutralize harmful free radicals and reduce inflammation throughout the body, both of which are known to support cancer development when left unchecked. But here's something not everyone knows. Onions are most powerful when eaten raw. Cooking can degrade some of the sensitive nutrients, including quercetin. So consider adding raw onions to your meals a few times a week. Toss them into salads, layer them into sandwiches, or sprinkle them onto warm dishes after cooking. Not only will you preserve their cancer-fighting abilities, but you'll also enjoy their heart health benefits, like reduced LDL cholesterol and lower triglycerides. One small food, many big benefits. Let's move on to lentils. These small but mighty legumes are an essential tool in protecting your digestive system from the inside out. Rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, lentils act like a gentle detox for your intestines, sweeping out waste, feeding good bacteria, and reducing the buildup of harmful compounds in the colon. That's especially important when you consider that colon cancer is one of the most common and fastest rising forms of cancer globally. Eating lentils regularly helps maintain a cleaner, more efficient digestive system, one that's much less welcoming to disease. But lentils don't stop at fiber. They're also low on the glycemic index, meaning they release energy slowly and help keep your blood sugar levels stable. This is crucial because insulin spikes have been linked to a higher risk of several cancers, including breast and pancreatic cancer. Plus, lentils contain plant-based protein and a variety of essential minerals like iron and folate, which support energy production, red blood cell health, and immune defense. 1 cup of cooked lentils per day is enough to experience these benefits. Add them to soups, stews, grain bowls, or salads. They're affordable, versatile, and a quiet protector of your long-term health. And now, meet the smooth, buttery powerhouse you probably haven't thought much about: lima beans. Also known as butter beans, they're a rich source of fiber, protein, and iron. What's interesting about lima beans is their ability to support stable blood sugar levels, an important factor when it comes to preventing insulin resistance, a known cancer risk factor. These creamy beans also help reduce chronic inflammation, one of the key mechanisms behind the development of cancer and other serious diseases. And with around 5.2 milligrams of iron per 100 grams, they can significantly boost your daily iron intake. Especially helpful if you often feel tired, foggy, or weak due to low energy levels. To maximize their nutrition and make them easier to digest, it's best to soak lima beans overnight before cooking. This reduces compounds that can cause bloating and increases nutrient availability. You can add them to stews, mash them into dips, stir them into veggie bowls, or simply enjoy them with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon. Speaking of lemon, bright, refreshing, and deceptively simple, might be one of the most underrated foods in your wellness arsenal. It's not just about vitamin C, though that's a huge plus. With around 60% of your daily recommended intake in just one fruit, vitamin C helps boost your immune system, support collagen production, and protect your cells from free radical damage, those unstable molecules that are often the first sparks in the fire of cancer. But the real magic of lemons goes deeper. They're packed with natural flavonoids like hesperidin and eriocitrin, which act as internal detoxifiers and inflammation fighters. These compounds encourage an alkaline environment in your body, making it harder for cancer cells to grow and spread. While lemons may taste acidic, once metabolized, they have an alkalizing effect that helps restore your body's pH balance, an often overlooked but crucial aspect of maintaining long-term health. One of the simplest ways to incorporate lemon's benefits into your life is by starting your day with warm lemon water. Just squeeze half a lemon into a glass of warm, not hot water, and drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It hydrates your cells, stimulates digestion, supports liver function, and helps flush out toxins. Over time, this simple habit can create a ripple effect throughout your body: less inflammation, better digestion, more energy, and potentially even a lower risk of chronic disease. Don't forget about the zest. The outer peel of the lemon is where the highest concentration of flavonoids lives. You can grate it into salads, soups, teas, or baked dishes for an added nutritional punch. And whether you're using the juice, the pulp, or the peel, you're giving your body access to a set of tools that work in harmony to support detoxification, immunity, and cellular repair. By now, you may be realizing that the foods we've talked about aren't exotic or hard to find. They're not expensive supplements or trendy superfoods from across the world. They're right there, on your grocery store shelves, in your refrigerator, maybe even already in your pantry. Turmeric, quinoa, garlic, oats, amaranth, red fruits, onions, lentils, lima beans, lemons. Each one with its own way of defending you, quietly, consistently, powerfully. But remember, none of these foods are silver bullets on their own. The real strength lies in the daily choices you make. It's not about perfection, it's about direction. Moving each meal a little closer to healing, letting your food speak the language of health to every cell in your body. At Calm Voice Wellness, we believe wellness isn't about fear or restriction. It's about empowerment. You deserve to know what's in your food and how it affects your body. You deserve to feel in control, to feel strong, and to trust that you're giving yourself the best possible chance to thrive, not just survive. So let me ask you, which of these cancer-fighting foods are already in your kitchen? Which ones will you try tomorrow? Comment below and tell us your age and where you're watching from. We want to build a global map of people choosing healing, one bite at a time. And if you felt inspired, encouraged, or even just a little more curious today, please consider subscribing to Calm Voice Wellness. We share simple, science-backed health guidance without the hype. No scare tactics, just calm, clear direction toward a longer, stronger life. And as you go forward, into your kitchen, into your choices, into your tomorrow, remember this: your body is listening. Every bite you take is a vote for the kind of future you want to live in. So vote wisely, eat with purpose, live with calm, and we'll see you next time.